You work more hours than before. Your paycheck is higher than it used to be. And yet life feels tighter every month. Rent eats more of your income. Groceries feel lighter. Savings feel impossible. This isn't because people suddenly became bad at their jobs. It's because one part of the economy started absorbing everything else. Housing didn't just get expensive. It took over. Here's the core idea up front. Housing has stopped behaving like shelter. Instead of helping the economy grow, it now pulls money out of productive use. That shift makes everyday life more expensive. It slows innovation. It raises costs without improving quality. In this video, we're not talking about prices alone. We're breaking down a system, how housing redirects money, why growth feels worse, and what happens when an economy builds around walls instead of work. In a healthy economy, money moves toward productivity. Tools that help people do more in less time. Better systems, better processes, better output. Productivity creates income. Income supports living standards. But when housing dominates, this flow changes direction. Money stops chasing improvement. It starts chasing safety. Buildings don't innovate. They don't scale. They just sit. And because they feel stable, more and more money piles into them. Less funding reaches productive activity. More funding protects existing assets. The economy still moves, but it moves slower while costs keep rising. Rising home values create the feeling of wealth, but nothing new is produced. The space doesn't change, the utility doesn't improve, only the number increases. That number unlocks borrowing. Spending rises, consumption follows. At first it feels manageable, even smart. But debt doesn't disappear. It hardens into monthly obligations. When conditions shift, pressure spreads fast. Money that once paid for progress now services old prices. The system looks stable, until it suddenly isn't. Headlines say the economy is growing. And technically that's true, but growth has another measurement: what's left per person. When population and costs rise faster than productivity, living standards fall quietly. Housing tightens first, then transport, then food. Wages move slowly, prices don't. On paper, things improve. In daily life, they don't. Most markets self-correct. High prices reduce demand. Housing behaves differently. Too many balance sheets depend on it. When prices wobble, support appears. Rules stretch. Risk moves elsewhere. Short-term stability is preserved. Long-term imbalance grows. The system becomes calm on the surface, fragile underneath. Corrections don't disappear. They're delayed, and delayed pressure always accumulates. At this point, you've seen the pattern. Housing isn't just expensive. It's structurally dominant now. If this breakdown is helping you see the system clearly, this channel focuses on explaining how modern economies actually work. Stay with me. The consequences get more personal from here. As housing absorbs more wealth, society splits along ownership lines. Some hold assets, others circle them. Timing matters more than effort. Those without property spend more just to remain in place. Saving becomes harder. Planning gets delayed. Housing becomes a gate, not a foundation. The gap widens quietly, not through collapse, but through pressure. Not all housing demand comes from living needs. Money flows into property without needing to occupy it. Homes sit empty. Prices still rise. Scarcity grows without shortage. Prices increase, not because homes improve, but because money needs somewhere to wait. These costs spread outward, rent follows, services adjust. Everyday life becomes more expensive, without becoming better. When effort buys less life, people start comparing outcomes. Some stay anchored by housing, others leave to build elsewhere. What remains is imbalance. Fewer creators, more caretakers. Productivity doesn't collapse, it fades, not through failure, but through absence. There are only two endings: a sharp correction that resets prices quickly, or a long stagnation where prices stay high and life slowly shrinks around them. The second feels safer. It lasts longer. Nothing breaks suddenly. Progress simply stops. Stability becomes the illusion. Decline becomes the reality. Housing was meant to support the economy, not consume it. When shelter becomes the main destination for money, everything else competes for what's left. That pressure isn't personal, it's structural. If this helped you understand why modern life feels more expensive, explore the other documentaries on this channel. Thanks for watching.